Hi, this is Bob McIntyre, a member of the adult education team here in the Department of Education. I'd like to welcome you to this Marty Regional Training. And a good question is, how did we get here? Well, about 15 months ago, Lisa Leahy, who is one of the two staff people on the Connect Me Authority, got in touch with me and asked if I'd be interested in putting together a proposal for developing technical assistance and broadband capacity training in the state. That there was an opportunity through the National Telecommunications and Information Administration to apply for some ARA funding, and I said, hey, that sounds like a great idea. So in cooperation with the Maine State Planning Office and the Connect Me Authority, we put a proposal together. Connect Me is the agency responsible for expanding broadband capacity. Here's their website, maine.gov/connectme, and they have some existing projects which are kind of interesting. The 3-ring binder, which you may have heard about, and mapping broadband capacity. This is their website. And there's a lot of good information if you want to take a visit sometime. But of real interest right now is the speed test, which is in the upper right-hand corner. If you click on that, it will allow you to measure the broadband capacity wherever you are, like at your house or at work or at Starbucks. In any case, what happens is that you put in your address, you hit the speed test, it measures the upload speed and the download speed, and gives you the little dial that shows you what's going on. And then it actually records that speed in a database at the James Sewell Company. And Sewell has a grant to map broadband capacity so that the Public Utilities Commission and the Board of Directors for the Connect Me Authority can look at that data and determine whether or not vendors are providing the service that they should, or where and how they want to expand service. The 3-ring binder project, which I alluded to earlier, is a project with Network Maine and state government in a collaborative effort. They created the Maine Fiber Company, and the Fiber Company is installing a 3-ring binder, they call it, of fiber optic cable that goes, one loop goes down east for one ring of the binder, another loop goes out through western Maine for the second link of the ring of the binder, and the third loop goes all the way up to Fort Kent. So in the past there was very limited capacity for transmitting information, and in Maine They often say that the internet actually ended somewhere about Orono because there was limited fiber further up, and certainly in our rural areas. Well, with this 3-ring binder in place, everyone in Maine should have access to broadband internet service through their local internet service provider, who can purchase bandwidth on this dark fiber that's being installed. So in September of last year, we were awarded a grant, and $1.7 million of the 3.2 went to Sewell for additional mapping. $800,000 went to the State Planning Office for a capacity building project, and $764,000 came to the Department of Education, the Adult Ed team, to work on the Community Connection and the Marty project. We propose providing Maine citizens technical assistance on how to utilize broadband technology because we serve every portion of the state, and we also have 106 programs, so it would be a great source for providing technical assistance on how people can use broadband to enrich our lives. The folks in our programs are skilled in working with adults and can really provide the supports that adults may need in utilizing technology and developing new skills, and in learning ways that they can use computers and internet access in their lives. So the question is, so what? High-speed broadband internet? Well, there are really 5 uses that can mean a lot to people, we believe. And the first is for education. Through Community Connection, we'll be talking to people, the adult ed programs will be talking to folks about how they can use the internet for education, whether it's earning a GED or finding out about more of the other programs that you see here. So education is an important use. or enrichment, communicating with family and friends using Skype or some other voice over internet, for example. Or as it says here, taking virtual field trips, learning about other cultures, downloading movies. Enrichment is a great use of internet. Economic and community development, obviously businesses in training, in marketing, in providing new customers with products. This can be a great aid, and having broadband it can be a real enticement to employers to expand or to move into Maine. One of the best uses is for health and wellness, accessing information, generally speaking, about conditions you may have, or obtaining health information directly from your primary care physician by accessing your personal health records, and communicating with other caregivers that you might need. A great use of internet connectivity. And finally, in our big five is governmental services. Maine.gov is one of the most vibrant websites for governmental services in the country. And many municipalities are building websites to allow you to access things like tax maps and other information directly from them. So there are those five ways that we talk about in community connection in the presentations that adult ed programs will be giving to anybody that wants it. Really, if it's a civic or social organization that would like to know a little bit more about broadband, or if someone is out giving a talk on the program, they can say, oh, and by the way, our adult education program is the source for broadband technical assistance. Give us a call, and one of the things that is really interesting is the Maine State Library has created this Commons page, so that as we talk about these different ways of using technology and broadband internet capacity, we can go out to this page, maine.gov MSL/MSL/Commons, and lo and behold, here's a whole bunch of information on education. Learning Express is about 800 different courses which are free that students in adult education can use. Here are links to governmental services right on one page, and health information, among other things. So this is a great resource that we can direct people to so that they can make some links about how they can use broadband technology. Key to success, of course, is making sure that people know that adult education programs can provide this information. So the first thing is to put information in the catalogs. And literally in the spring and fall, adult education programs in Maine produce hundreds of thousands of catalogs. And what we're doing is that we're identifying courses in those catalogs where you can communicate broadband information by using the little service mark of the Connect Me Authority to indicate that, let's say in Computer 101, for example, there's information about broadband technology. But certainly you can use enrichment courses like quilting, for example, to also talk about how you can utilize high-speed internet for downloading Victorian quilt patterns or something like that. The other piece of promotion that we'll be using, in addition to conventional things like press releases and making presentations, is using the Maine Adult Education website, maineadulted.org. And through this website, as many of you know, I'm certain that you can actually go in and search for courses like broadband community connection courses or MARTI courses, and get access to information there. And we know that has a huge impact because in 2010 we're told that there were over 120,000 enrollments just on maineadulted.org. So we know a lot of people are going to that site. It'll be a great way to communicate information. So the Adult Ed program becomes the community connection for broadband technical assistance. And what do we get in exchange? Well, we get the resources to expand MARTI to all the adult ed programs in the state that agree to become a community connection for broadband technical assistance, and that's what we're doing. And the MARTI model, of course, as you well know, is trainer mentors working with cohorts of teachers like yourselves to learn to integrate technology in teaching and learning, and we hope at the same time create more vibrant professional learning communities. The certification requirements are pretty straightforward. The regional meeting today to learn how about the program. A couple of classroom visits where you'll have a chance to work one-on-one with the trainer mentors and talk about how you use technology in ways that you might change or improve that. And then we have 2 facilitated online courses, and we're going to be asking you over the course of the Marty project to develop a personal technology plan, to really think about how you can use technology more effectively for helping your students meet their goals, and what the process will be for doing that. So those 2 online courses, one which starts here shortly, are Integrating Technology, and that was developed by the Marty trainer mentors and folks here in the department. And a second course which will start in the spring, I say that euphemistically, like in February or so, and that's Differentiated Instruction and Universal Design for Learning, and that'll be a 10-week course, and I'm sure Cynthia Curry is a great trainer, so it'll be a good course. So that's where we are right now. We're ready to begin. I'm delighted to have had this chance to talk with you, and I'll turn it back to the folks in your place. See ya.